Guess who's back? Back like I never left. Back like I never went to the comrades marathon. Oh, oh wait, why is this not going up? I gotta do this one standing. Give me a second. Let me adjust my desk. Come on in, come on in. Welcome, welcome. This is Mzansi Unfiltered. We're doing the second. Wait. Let me make sure nothing falls. Okay. I'm a tall girl. Oh, I know what the problem is. My cables are short. Hold on. I have to. I don't want to do this sitting down at all because I'm tired. Hold the line. There we go. Internet will be back up in a second. Sorry. I'm back. The standing. And then, maybe you guys might some dance moves. Wait. What is going on? Okay. Are we back? Do you see me? Do you hear me loud and clear? Drop a 1 for part 2. Let me see what other admin I gotta do. I gotta put this link in here. How do I do it? Oh, I know we are back and I know we're live because I see Lindy where it says, no, we're back inside Parati and let me just give you something for a drink. Yes. Thank you, Lindy. I've never seen a red sticker. You guys had your comfort break. Drop it too if you were here live inside Parati in our live part 1. I've dropped the link in the channel. We're hitting the ground running. If you're joining us for the first time, guess what? We were live already for a good 2 hours. This is part 2 because we had to kill part 1. Otherwise, the software was not going to save the video. Okay, so this is part 2. Go catch up on part 1. Let me know you're joining as a replay. But otherwise, stay with us. Stay with us. Okay, hit that like button. We're getting started. I just have some admin stuff to do. Let me also adjust my mic so you guys hear me well. 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves while I raise this mic. See, this is why I need an assistant. Kenan is here. Give me a second. I'm just changing my mic. And I don't want to make these cables upset again. How do I untangle this? Some of these things you do them thinking they're bright ideas. There we go. I think we are untangled enough. There we go. We're at the right height. 1 more second. Mike is in position. Filtered is here, okay? She's back inside Parati, okay? I just had to make sure that my setup was good because, I'm not as physically fit as mnisi wemvula, okay? I did the first live sitting down. We're doing the second one. And what? I am standing up, okay? I am standing up. And I said, you know what? I should get a runner. I've been inspired by mnisi to get, that thing. It's called a runner. I don't know what it's called. While I work, I can be exercising. So if you guys support the channel, that will make all my dreams possible. Thank you so much. Welcome on board, Junior. Say hello. I see you. Do you see me? Do you hear me?
I can see you.
Junior.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
welcome on board. Hi, hi,
Thank,
hi.
thank you. Thank you. I can see you.
Shit,
Yeah.
excellent. And I hear you loud and clear. Let us know your thoughts. And you have music playing, so you're going to kill my copyright streak. Please close the music or TV or whatever it is. I'm going to get a copyright strike. You can go ahead and join the conversation. I'm going to have to put you off the stage.
Yeah.
Hello?
Okay, join us when you're
What
ready to
happened?
talk.
Oh, is it for me? Oh,
Dan!
uh,
No, no, no. I was
I'm all
talking
over
to
the
the
place.
other guy.
All
I'm
right.
not sure if he really was in the right channel. But anyway, we are back again. Ooh, like we never
Yeah.
left, okay? Part two.
Yeah. So, what was the last thing I was touching on? Thing.
So let me introduce it. So Dan was with us on the last channel. He had a lot to say. We couldn't continue there because I had to end the live. So let's just start it again so that it's on this video. Dan had questions with regards to we're not in cruise control anymore. We are moving, okay? We are cruising nicely. We're going really fast. The gears are changing in that courtroom. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry. Helicopter. Yeah. So I'm not sure. Wait. I'm sorry. Can you just give me when you ended the show? Somebody called me on the WhatsApp and they took my mind completely somewhere else. I'm sorry, Mzansi.
Oh, that's
Help
okay.
me out.
That's okay. Let
Help
me
me
go
out.
ahead and read some. Um, sorry, you want me to help you out? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Okay, so in the previous conversation, you had mentioned why does everybody suddenly have a
Oh
problem with
yeah.
Malo? Then
Yeah.
you had some comments about Rams. And on this channel, the opinions of our guests do not reflect the views of the host. But this is a safe space, it's an open space, and allow everyone to come up and share their opinion. So take it on.
Okay. Yeah. I've been kind of having the same view on Rams for a minute. Like I said, ever since his cross examination, I don't think I'll ever live that down. He's got to redeem. He's got to redeem himself with a better case when it's I was about to say our time when it's the defense's time to lead. He's got to do something much better. I mean, he's been having little he's been helping out here and there, but I think, and this is me just like watching movies and stuff and just assuming people are down with something, but I don't like the way he jumps in certain with certain nonsensical statements. I did the research and I learned that you know you call them by their name and not by what the hell is it? Who cares? I don't even think the judge even cared, um, and stuff like that. So, and then the judge even likes to call on him for a second opinion because I feel like he knows Rams is gonna coddle him, in a way. He's gonna give him some kind of favor. Whenever he attacks the defense, he knows Rams, and I don't know how Rams doesn't see other people can see that. Like, I would be so embarrassed if I was Rams, and then this guy keeps calling on me, and like he doesn't like anybody, but all of a sudden he's got all of this um, courtesy afforded to Ramsapili. You see, so I'm not saying that's the sole reason not to trust him. I'm just saying I don't like what comes out of him. It doesn't seem like he's fighting for Ntanzi. And Ntanzi is probably the most, well, not the most, but he's very conflicted with everything we've been getting. And the news doesn't report everything on Ntanzi properly. They're calling him a liar. They're saying he's hired representation and that you know, there's all kinds of stories behind Ntanzi. And it's like, the cards are forever stacked against him, and he always needed somebody like an Ngomezulu or mnisi to be his representative, but instead he's got who he's got, and it's like I don't know. And I keep telling people, Rams is the only lawyer so far in this entire, even in the first trial, he's the only lawyer who's been fired. Tefo wasn't fired, you know. Ngo wasn't fired. You know, Rams was fired by number one, I believe. So, you know, it says a lot. I trust Sabia's his opinion. If he feels like he's not good enough to represent him, then you know I trust his opinion, and so far I'm seeing that. But Numalo, like, listen, I mean, okay, he might have answered the judge's question to say, yeah, if it was me, I wouldn't do that. So what? That doesn't mean that he's, you know, he's doing anything nefarious. I, I just think it's about the work that you do. It's the things that you're, you know, that you're saying and things that you're not saying instead of, you know, like too much of. I'm. I don't want to talk in circles, but you get the gist of what I'm saying, right?
I hear you. I hear you. So I'm going to echo my disclaimer again. The views of our audience does not
Yeah.
reflect the views of the channel host and don't join in, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to respond. Basically, from where I'm standing, I think that Ramasipide has a very different style of advocacy. It might not resonate with the Senzo Meyiwa trial, specifically being on the defense side, because we know advocate mnisi Wemvula was that guy that the judge was always calling upon, was that guy that him and the judge we know would exchange laughs. And, you know, Nisi has the advantage of having worked within the prosecutorial team, so he kind of knows how to play the game. So Rams, as you call it, he might feel that, okay, my Lord wants us to, you know, have respect and court decorum and dondonis in the court. And you know what? I'm just Ramasipili. I'm not here to fight nobody. I'm just here to get my pay and get going. I don't know. I can't speak for Ramasipili. This
Well,
is just my opinion. And he's just saying, you know what? If the judge wants us to do the decorum, I'm all in, my Lord. I'm all in. And you know what? And then I went home. I felt really, really bad about the whole situation. And I decided, you know, to read further about it. You have time to read
right.
further about it?
Well, one thing we
What
can
do
say
you
for
what do you
sure.
mean you have time to read further about it? Decorum is not a new topic to an advocate. It's your mainstream. It's like saying Mzansi Unfiltered saying, I don't know about copyright strikes. That's why I can't play the full song, Lindiwe. And I can't play the full song because Jabuhlongwane will strike my channel down for playing his song and entertaining you guys instead of you guys going to listen on his channel and him getting all the revenue. So that's why. So it's like me saying I don't know that. So I believe, I don't know why Ramasipidi invested time in that. He could have invested that time in how to convince the judge to accept the local inspection in loco.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that we want to see in the local inspection? What are
Like
some
he
of
was
the
ready to
things that
settle.
Ubonganin Danzi said that I can bring?
Was he ready? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Was he ready to settle for like a photo or something like that? Rams.
No, he said local inspection. He said
Oh, he.
inspection in
Oh.
local.
Okay. 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 Sorry.
No, he wasn't.
Okay. Well. Look. All things will be revealed
No, he
eventually.
didn't. No, I'm not saying that right. He said, oh, let me quote him correctly.
Okay.
He actually said, but you know, we've got modern technology. I support my colleague in going for the inspection in local, but we've got modern technology. You know, we can use modern technology. So yeah, that was on Thursday though, but on Friday he was affirmative in physically. So I'm not sure why he brought up that weird technology conversation. We don't want technology. Okay, we want to be
Right.
like Princess, and who was a guest on the show earlier on, and we want to be able to point and say, this is the police station, this is the courtroom, this is the Basuchini hostel. We want physical, because the aerial shots, they don't show the reality. Like Shalolo said, she said physically we want to be there on the streets, vlogging the streets, as someone said in the comment section. Yeah, so that's my opinion on that topic.
I don't think they're gonna go anywhere on Monday or Tuesday. It's too soon, in my opinion. probably Tuesday, but they're not going anywhere on Monday. I know the judge would have liked to do that just because he knows Mnisi's not going to be there. But like I said, he in the comments earlier, he didn't. There was no permission slips for that class trip. You know, so it's going to be a while until everything is in order.
Not the permission slips. Oh my goodness. And not the permission slips to allow them to go on a road trip. You're absolutely right. You know what? In all fairness, Baloy is right. There's got to be some paperwork done. But if you're an assertive judge, like Judge Nathan Erasmus, you stand up on the spot and you do the inspection in loco. Because guess what? You don't get a time, you don't get a chance to run like, somebody who'll go unmentioned who went running all over town looking for the two doctors. You don't get that chance, that element of surprise. If I was the judge presiding this case, I would do like Judge and Team and be like, yep, let's go now. It gives nobody time, except they are quite a distance away, of course, from the courthouse. But that element of surprise would have been great. And Baloy is not
That's true.
interested in
That's true.
facilitating this. He has zero desire. He believes it's a waste of time, or is it that he thinks too much will be revealed? What exactly is he afraid of? And when Princess was on and describing everything to us, I was like, I see it clearly now. I see clearly why Baloy doesn't want to go there. And he wants us to take the word of the Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Gininda that he's been there already, so he knows where everything is and he can just describe it for the court. Like, where on planet Earth, except South Africa, okay? Because South Africa is a movie. Is that even possible? Why? They just want to submit a video. So, what are we going to say in the video? Zoom, zoom? No, turn it around this way? Why would he even suggest that? I'm so embarrassed because don't forget, the state represents you and me, the taxpayer. So just know that Baloyi is a representation of yourself. And that is his best foot forward that he's putting across. Yeah, that's my thoughts on that. But will the local inspection happen tomorrow? Absolutely not. Not on Baloyi's watch. Definitely not on Gininda's watch. It's going to be a while. And then we're probably going to hear something where correctional services is going to say, we don't think that's a good idea.
No, they can't do
It's a
that though.
security
No,
breach.
a judge's order is above all. It's really the judge's discretion. It's not about corrections. He can make them bend their knee.
Well, yes, you're absolutely right. A judge's order is above all. But we saw what happened to the last judge's order with regards to the AVL that said bring all the AVLs. And
So
Baloyi didn't bring a single one. And
you're
Nisi
right
had
about
to
that.
remind the court that you made it an order. And the judge
I'm
didn't
sorry.
have a hissy fit on that either. Go
Let
ahead,
me
go
jump
ahead.
in on that. I'm so sorry. Let me jump in. You're right. You're not even wrong. But here's the thing. It goes. See, this again goes back to the judge. Judges are the absolute arbiter of all matters in court. Okay, they're supposed to have the best credibility, like it was said this past week. In the case of this situation here, when Baloyi defied that order, it was an order, and he defied it. Then automatically, Baloyi was supposed to be held into some kind of contempt of court. Some kind of contempt. He was definitely supposed to,
100%.
100%.
Was supposed to
And
be held accountable.
and by the way, speaking of a normal judge, right? This is already past tense, but in the cases of when you have a witness like Gininda who likes to drone on and on and on, and by the way, not even answering the question, the judge is supposed to have the discretion, or the the, the attorney can ask the judge, judge, I would like for you to account this witness as a hostile witness. When a lawyer asks for a witness to be held as a hostile witness, that means that from that point on, by the order of the judge, that witness must answer yes or no to questions. Yes or no, just a short and sweet and affirmative or non non-affirmative answers. That's And I haven't seen either side do it. The judge is not even thinking about that. I don't know what the defense is like. What's in their head? They're too busy being frustrated than to compel the judge to do his job. You know. And again, these are steps that a normal, neutral judge can take when things are not going smooth. I gave this order. These papers are supposed to be in tomorrow, next week, whenever. They're not here. Okay. Well, one night in jail every day until you have these things, or something like that. I don't know, or a fine or something. A judge can do anything with contempt of court, you know.
100% I agree. Actually, I have an example for you. So a friend of mine is covering the Lori Daybell trial in the Americas over there. And one of the accused decided that she was going to represent herself. So she's actually the lawyer cross-examining the witness. And when she's doing the cross-examining, of course, she's not a lawyer. She doesn't know anything. Anytime they tell her, sustained, overruled, she ignores all that and she continues. In the end, the judge told her that, okay, you got to stop your nonsense. And then she started screaming at the judge, and the judge was like, okay, that's it. She got dragged out of court, given a 15-minute break to cool down. So
Yeah.
I say that all to say, Judge Rata had the option to acknowledge. He did not even acknowledge on record that Baloyi did not follow his instructions. As a matter of fact, it seemed as if the judge didn't even remember what he ordered. Mnisi had to come in and say, these are the cars, the vehicles. Because all of a sudden, Baloyi wants to go back to history and still talk about the Fortuna, talk about the car for Undlovu who had passed away. Like all these things, which
Yeah.
are all part of digression. And you guys know
And,
I'm queen of digression.
and
Baloyi did
Beloit
a
brings up
lot
that
of
Fortuna
digressing.
one more time.
And one
No,
more
I'm sorry.
time. And it is like, we are not disputing that he died. But now you're bringing us the photos and all this. This is not what we want. We want the Metro Police AVLs, which never came to court, and there was no resolution. There was no conclusion. It was just, yeah. That's how it just ended. It just ended up in the air. So I hope in the defense's case, if they do decide to continue with the case, that they bring their own experts and subpoena these AVLs. But it's yet to be seen what will happen.
Yeah, they got to subpoena those things. Because didn't that guy come to court and say in plain English that all vehicles had AVLs? That blew my mind. I mean, that should be like, that's what he said, right? He said all vehicles,
It
right?
was all vehicles. He said it, and he said it loud and clear, but somehow the judge had amnesia. Nobody brought that back up. If only Shololo was in the court, maybe. Because at the same time, it's too much for Mnisi to pick up old battles. Because
Yeah.
he has his race that he had to run with regards to the cross-examination of Brigadier Gininda, so he had to stay on course. Any deviations, he was going to lose focus of where he wanted to go. And I love what he did. He had a solid plan. Discredit the warning statement, discredit the confession in the parking lot, and show that Brigadier Gininda is not a reliable witness. Because on the one hand, he claims he's never worked with Mboto, and on the other hand, there's physical records. Patricia Mashale shared them where Gininda and Mboto's name are on the exact same case. But at the same time, um, Gininda says, no, never worked with him all the way till he retired. Of course, I know him, but no, never worked with him. And then that's it. That conversation moved on. So I can't wait to hear arguments once we get to arguments at some point, which I think is next year, if I'm being honest. Once we get to arguments where we hear where Mnisi is going to go with all these little bits and pieces that he picked up from Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Gininda.
Who was the
Yeah.
officer
What are
that
your
made that
thoughts?
statement, by the way? Was it Singh or was it Jonathan that said that all
The
the cars
statement
had?
of all cars have
Yeah,
It
all
was
the cards
someone
that he
else
did.
inside the courtroom. Listen,
Oh,
listen.
oh,
It was
okay.
someone who was in the courtroom, and then like I don't know, it was a conversation, and they chimed in. So I don't even know if that's even on the record because
Oh, I
technically
thought
they
they
were
called
not sworn
somebody,
in.
and I thought somebody said that on the stand. No.
No, it was
Oh,
someone, whoever's protecting Gininda, someone who's like in the court. And then the judge is probably like, "What are your thoughts?" And he's like, "Yeah, all cars have AVL." Probably Baloyi and Gininda were like, "Next time, don't you dare. Okay?
right.
Stay out of your business, stay in your lane." But we know how to smooth that one out because, as you heard, the judge never said, "But hey, didn't blah, blah, blah say all cars?" All. The key word here is all, which was ignored. So
And you know what?
here
I'm
we go.
sorry. I just thought about this. Somebody's got to call this guy out because if he's gonna make a big deal about decorum, and respect, but he's not gonna bust a grape. He's not gonna lift a finger about your order being defied. You said all AVLs. How could you go on a racial rant about being asked for a day off, but then you gave an order to bring documents to court that a case needs,
Mhm.
and I heard his response, okay, something like that. Somebody's got to call him out. He's such a hypocrite, this guy. I can't understand that, man. Like, he's gonna allow so many things to slip through the cracks, but he's busy about respecting each other. And
Comrades
by the way,
marathon.
he's the one that invited Gininda to nonsense, to talk about nonsense that Mnisi's not even talking about. And then Mnisi puts everyone in their place, confining them to the context of the conversation. And the judge is like, wait, hey, wait. When are you guys going to respect each other? This guy is drunk. What is he talking about respecting each other? He's got to follow, what the question is coming from the counsel. This guy just comes in, it just remixes everything. Like, I'm sorry for, like, everything's just so general the
No,
way the
that's
judge.
fine. So if you go back,
Yeah.
if you go back to that moment, that is digression 101.
Mm.
Instead of whatever question Nisi had posed to the witness at the stand, we got to take a lesson from Umshololo. She doesn't call Gininda by name. It's like the witness on the stand is not the one who gave the evidence on exhibit. I almost said appendix on exhibit S. So it should be Mabaso who comes back. So basically, if you go back to that moment, you will hear that Mnisi had just made a comment, and it was a comment about if Mboto, okay, if Sergeant Mboto didn't know about the Senzo Meyiwa trial, especially after you gave him the docket number, then he surely must have been the dumbest cop in Mzansi. That was the comment. So instead of the brigadier reacting to that,
Yeah.
the judge killed it and went off the tangent of decorum. So they never came back to finish his point. And he never came back to finish what he was, even if he had to change the word dumbest, which, by the way, has been proved by other colleagues, okay, learned colleagues, that dumb is not an insult. But the judge took that word very personally, and he said, even Gininda over here thinks it's dumb. Even Baloyi, I know that's why Baloyi was standing up to object. So, my lord, you're speaking on behalf of the state before the state finishes letting us know what their objection was. And of course, Gininda agreed. Of course, Baloyi agreed. And Nisi said, let me tell you something. My name is mnisi Wemvula, and I'm about to run the comrades race on Sunday. Why are you asking only the state? You never ask the defense. You never ask the members of the public if they think the word dumb. So it became all about the word dumb. And then the point was never driven across.
Oh, that was the
That's
other
the sad
time.
part
Yeah.
of it all.
No, I was talking
So
about the
that's why
time
I
when.
say,
No, you're 100% right. That's just another time when the judge descends into the arena. But it could have been the same day. I'm not sure, but I'm just talking specifically about the time when Mnisi was putting something to Gininda, and then the judge came out of left field with a scenario about a train or a plane or I don't know, some wide-reaching nonsense to capture a point. I mean, Gininda kind of responded to it, but then Nisi was irritated and said, "No, no, 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 no. That's not where we're going. That's not, you know." It might have been the same day, might have been the day after, but same thing was happening though. You're absolutely right though. And Nisi was going forward with something. The judge takes it upon himself. He comes in. He 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 tenders his own, I don't know, scenario, something for Gininda to respond to positively. And then Anisi got irritated and says, "No, that's not what I put to you. That's not what this is about. That's, can you please be ethical? Can you please focus?" And then the judge goes, "Hey, when you guys gonna respect each other?" And that's like witchcraft. It's like taking a situation where you know who started it and you know who caused it, but you're taking your position
Mm-hmm.
to get to be put on the pedestal, to be the higher, the basically the higher opinion, the higher credibility. It's not right. And I wonder what you think was going to happen, because the judge is facing a lot of pressure right now. Parliament wants, I think that's hilarious. Parliament is a whole nother monster. Those people want respect so bad, but that's a whole nother thing. They want the judge to apologize again. But I wonder, what do you think? Is the judge at risk at this point from all of the reports? Is he at risk of being asked to being asked to recuse himself, whether by JSC or anything like that? Because he's facing tremendous pressure right now. And my only concern, listen, if he's removed, I'm fine with that. But the thing is, I hate is that I don't know if it's a country thing or just like the rule in the MPA, but they have this thing where if the judge is gone, then the trial must start over. I don't know about how I feel about that. I'm telling you now, I do not know if I can sit through another restart. I don't know if I'm going to be there next year if this case starts over. I'm just telling you now. I don't know. I'm telling you, I'm going to be somewhere else. My mind. I can't do it.
So the JP made it very clear, very, 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 very clear. There's nothing wrong that the judge did. So to answer your question, nothing's going to happen to Judge Rata because, Chomi, buddy said, we're good. Don't worry about it.
I'm glad he did that.
Water under the bridge. Yep.
I'm
So
glad he said that.
I think it was Judge's Matter, Benjamin, what's his name again? Benjamin. He said the JP should have never, ever given a comment on that. So now when a complaint comes in, guess what?
He can't rule on it.
Is going to be excluded because he already
That's beautiful.
gave a public opinion. So this was, and maybe that was his ploy. He was like, you know what? Let me get myself out of this real fast, real quick, because I don't want.
No, don't give him that credit.
We already saw.
Don't give him too much credit. No, that's not why he did that. He wants to listen. Rata is his mentor.
What are your thoughts?
Rata is his mentor. Like Rata keeps reminding us, right? So that's what happened. They're friends. That's his bro, right? So that's why he did that. Yeah, because we've been complaining about JP for so long, and anytime we hear him, he's worried about time constraints. But none of that time constraints is worried about the three. Yeah, they're never concerned about this.
Is very, very one-sided.
Very one-sided. Very, because you don't say anything about.
The clock only runs when it's the defense. When it comes to the state, there is no clock, because we did take an adjournment last week for BALOYI to go do the AVLs, but to only come back and say, well, about those AVLs, guess what?
Right.
You already clocked it. No AVLs for anyone.
How can a watertight case take 3 years and still, not even closed yet, 3 years and still, a so-called watertight case? This is, oh my God. It's so much BS. We can go down the list of everything that they tried and failed. The gold tooth, the firearm, the everything they wanted to do, the sketches, the AVL, the cell phone data, the money that they can't The physical money that they can't prove that they need the physical money, but they
Came
want to
from
show you
Paris.
pictures. That I've never. That's the most circus comedy thing I've ever heard in my life. For a state prosecutor to come to court with a picture of money to say, "Hey, this is the money that this person was paid," but then they come with the bank records. The bank records show nothing. Nothing. Come on, man. They've got nothing on those boys.
Do you know
DNA.
what else we
Hmm?
no? Do you know what else we need to talk about? We need to digress and talk about Longwe the
Oh yeah.
footage that is
He-
coming to court.
Thank you.
The ENCA. I want to hear your thoughts on that one. What is coming to court? So
Oh
the
my
AVL
god.
can't come to court. No. The AVL came to court. We heard it. Start and stop, driving weird. Um, who said this? Someone in the comments said Chico's firearm was tested. We know it was tested because it was confirmed by Mangena, the ballistic expert turned analyst, who then pretended he had no idea whose firearm it was, even though he knew. And that was proven in cross examination. So it's a lot. But then now, so first of all, it's the firearm, then it's the AVL. But Longwe is not an ancestor. Why has the judge not asked if Longwe is still alive? That's the one person he hasn't asked. Is
Yeah.
Longwe still alive? So
Right.
now my question to you is, BALOYI is not bringing Longwe because we know Gininda is the last witness. He's bringing the footage from ENCA. The footage is coming unaccompanied by
Is he
ENCA,
bringing it?
even though ENCA is seated inside
He's not
the
going to bring
courtroom.
that thing. It's already in the public domain, but he's not going to
He
bring it
is.
anyway. He's not going to bring it. He's not going to bring it. We've
He's
already
going to
seen it.
bring it.
We can see it
He's going to.
anytime. And what hurts him is the fact that it's already in the public domain. I bet you, if it wasn't shown to the public, he would say something like, "Oh, they don't have it. It doesn't exist. Can't get it." Something like that. Let me tell you something. With my eye, when Sispat and Njab showed it in their video, it was, it was very choppy because of the way they were replaying it. But let me tell you, you have to like time it very, very right and picture yourself walking, right? When he's passing by that cement wall, you can see the limp. I mean, maybe
Mhm.
I wouldn't like to think that I'm seeing things. I know it looks like if you're just looking at it like you're blinking and looking at it really fast, it looks like somebody's just walking. Oh, he's fine. Look, he's fine, right? No, 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 no. If you like restore the full integrity on that video, slow it down, put all the possible frame rates, it looks like he takes a deep limp on one of the. I'm not sure which foot he shot himself on, but it looked like he took like one of those steps was like deeper than the other ones. It looks like he really like he was the one having the skinny jeans, right? He was wearing some skinny jeans or something like that. It looked like he had like a like 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 he had like a club foot or something like that. The way he was walking, I saw that. I saw it, even though it was very like digitally grainy. I still saw some kind of limp,
Mhm.
and you can only see like one limp, not like two or three limps. You can only see like one. He was trying to like he was kind of like trying to flex and kind of like like exaggerate a normal step. He's trying to exaggerate like a
Okay.
normal step. Yeah. What do you
But
think?
then the question becomes, was it Longwe Twala? Per Ngomezulu's witness, right? May his soul rest in peace. It was not Longwe Twala who shot himself. It was allegedly Stelo Jr., who is the one who shot himself, per the account utterances
No.
of
Who said that?
Ngomezulu.
No, I don't. No, 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 no. I don't think Ngomezu said that. I, I, I'm gonna
No?
take the words from our wise judge, our 55 years, who doesn't know how to apply context to a word like dumb. To a word like dumb. I'm gonna use his words. I listen. I hear everything. What happened was there was an insurance that was used to see a doctor. I don't know that Cello himself was even there. I don't know that he shot
Mm.
himself with anything. I'm saying, as far as Cello Twala is concerned, He's only in the picture of the Senzo Meyiwa trial because his name and his insurance was used for a surgery,
Oh,
allegedly. So that's where the context comes
okay,
in
okay.
for Solo
I
Twala because he was
stand
not there.
corrected. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes, I
I
stand
listened.
corrected. You are right. You listened in court. You listen. I am now hearing it the way you heard it. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I stand corrected. Okay. And there's a witness who's going to come to tell the court that Long was shot himself in the foot and then it became septic. And after it became septic, they went to the doctor and then they used the medical aid of, the younger brother, and so the question I have, I've never had a gunshot wound. um how long can you walk with it before it becomes septic? And we don't know, was it a bullet inside, was it an entire bullet, or was it just, like, I don't know,
To be honest,
a
I've
bit
never been.
brain,
Thank
I
God.
don't know.
Mm. Listen, I've never been shot, thank God, right?
So
But any foreign object in your body more than a week, your body naturally
mm,
heals itself, right? So if you've been hit by a bullet, God forbid, right? Your body's gonna heal around it. Now that thing is lodged in your body, and it's like it's not been disinfected, it's not been removed. So I'm guessing like a week. I don't know, 2 weeks, something like that. N-
mm.
It's like I'm guessing
So
between
it's
the time.
possible for me.
Yeah.
So where I'm going with this, so where I'm going with this is, it's possible for me to be videotaped by the ENC camera coincidentally as I walk out of the Kumalo house and I have both my shoes on. I'm not limping, because no one can see inside. There's not an X-ray video. We don't see what's inside the
Right.
shoe. And also, Brigadier Gininda is not a doctor. So by looking at a video, because
Mhm.
um, the video is coming, the footage is coming to court, but it's not coming escorted by ENCA or an expert or anything. It's just coming to be cross-examined through Brigadier Gininda, who is not a ballistic expert. He is not a doctor. He's just a policeman, taking the words from Shalolo. But yeah, that's I can okay. I have to look for that footage. I want to watch it from Netflix because then it won't be grainy. I just can't remember which episode that's in. It means I've got to watch it for the 15th time just
Oh,
to
which
find that
footage?
episode.
Are you talking about
The
the
footage of
documentary?
Long Way. Yeah.
Oh. No, I seen that one. Yeah, Sispad and Jobs uploaded a video like 1 day ago. They've got that footage in the very beginning.
Okay, let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on. Uh hold on. How am I gonna do this? Um so Dan, while I look for the footage,
Yes,
please read the comment.
no problem.
Yeah, let's start. Yeah, go. Oh, you can't scroll, can you?
No, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's
so just
highlighted
go through the
here.
comments just so that
Yeah,
it's not dead air while I.
I don't know where you left off, but I'm seeing one highlighted
So let me
from
see if I can
Sylvain
find
Naidu,
it.
right? From Sylvain. It says,
Yes, yes, from that one.
"Big up my comrade Sir Charles Mnisi. You will be tired mentally, physically, and emotionally. But my admired friend, you got this. You are in Kun Malanga. Hey, give me credit. I'm trying. Sorry if I said it wrong.
Well
Lindiwe
done. We see you.
is responding to Dimpo K. He's going to tell you. Oh, no, he's going to tell us. And I've got Va. There was one video that showed him limping without a doubt. For sure. That's the one that I'm talking about. He's wearing like a blue, like a blue top or something like that, like a blue sweater, I think, or something like that. Somebody in the video had a blue sweater, but he's wearing like these skinny jeans and he's taking these long strides. It looks like he's trying to exaggerate, like he's trying to exaggerate a step without limping, but he definitely limped.
Mm.
He saw the video that I saw for sure. Barbara Peters said, "Mr. I listen only hears what he wants to hear." That's a fact. Zvazba Zba says, "Gininda is the dumbest officer I've ever met." For sure. You know, this guy, he thinks his English is like, I don't know, it's supposed to get him by in life. But English doesn't get you by in life when you make up words. I can tell you for sure. Here in America, there's a
Okay, I found
state.
it. I found it.
Oh, good, good, good.
Let me play it. I found it. Wait, wait,
Yeah, go
wait,
ahead.
wait, wait. Um. Oh goodness, I'm lost now. What's going on here? Sorry, I gotta
Take your time.
get out of 45 screens. Why did it lose my position? Okay, I was in the wrong place. Uh, share screen. Share screen. Here we go. Do you see my screen? These are the famous words of Njabs. Do you see my screen? If he says that one more time.
Well, as you know, I'm in the studio, so I can't see anything. So,
Oh, guys, do you see my screen? You don't see my screen. Okay, wait. Let me try one more thing. Oh, this one. There we go. You've got to see my screen now. Do you see my screen?
are you talking to me?
Regarding the position put by Mr. Mgomezulu,
I can only
that
see the
the
chat because
deceased
I'm
was shot.
just in case you were talking
In
to
the
me.
process, he shot himself in the foot.
But somebody says, or somebody can see it, somebody else cannot.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to play it one more time.
The state is waiting for from
Oh, let me remove this comment. Sorry, guys. Let me remove this comment.
ENCA.
Too many tabs open. How do I remove the comment? Comment, where are you? Hide current comment. Okay. Let's try this one more time.
By the way, Unfiltered, you know, there was something like 2 weeks ago I saw, and I was hoping you was going to do a live. I wanted to tell you. I have to go into my phone to look for it, but it's not going to happen right now. I just read a comment that Zva had written about LinkedIn, about Sambo, and it reminded me about some information that I looked up on. I mean, it's public information about Mjiako, but it just gives a perfect. There's a website out there that I have it screenshotted, so if I pull up my screenshots, I can tell you. But it has like a history of his professional career and like of his like profession and his education. And according to his education and his career, it doesn't add up to the time that he would have been representing in Tanzi. He would have still been like a student somewhere, or not a student, but like it's hard to explain. But he wasn't like he wasn't what everyone has been saying all along, that he wasn't an advocate in his own right to be representing anybody. In what I already forgot the year it was supposed to be. I'm terrible. I'm not like you guys who can retain all of those finer details.
So don't forget that I'll respond to the comment. I see it. Hi, Zaza. So here's the thing. LinkedIn is like YouTube, Facebook, any social media platform. You are inputting the record. So you're putting whatever you want. So I haven't seen his LinkedIn. Oh, wait, I misread the comment. So it's the LinkedIn of Sambo. Listen, I have many things to say about Sambo. I'm not yet sure I'm ready to say them out loud. I have opinions. Yeah, I'm going to decide. I'll look at his LinkedIn. Please, Sambo is recorded as working for FFC between 2017 and 2019. Okay, I'm on it. I'm going to investigate it with a fine-tooth comb. Just like a certain witness when they heard about to doctors. They ran and found hospitals to, discuss everything. But okay, so let's play this video. I wish I could slow it down.
Regarding the proposition that was put by Mr. Mgomezulu, the state is waiting from
Okay, I wanted to stop it right there. The state will lead
exactly right
will
there.
lead you to believe that he's
Like,
an able-bodied young man who walked unaided outside the Kumalo home. It's ironic though. If this is the clip they want to play, it's very, very convenient because one guy is, assisted, he's walking in crutches, but we know he arrived in Johannesburg in that state. Longwe is walking on his own, which is why I feel we need an expert, a doctor, to come and say how long, you can continuously walk, because you might be thinking, no, it's just a scratch until it became septic.
and why is
then
he looking down? He's looking down, like think
he's
about it,
avoiding
okay?
the media.
No. Listen, I've been hit by a car before, and I've had a broken leg, and I didn't realize it was broken until I stand up and try to walk.
That's what I'm saying.
When you look down, it's like you can't help but to mind your injury. So it's like he's kind of giving it away, but it's like the point where you just frozen the video. It's a little bit past. It's slightly like a half a second past the point the last time I seen it where he was limping. It's like it's just as he was passing that pillar. It's like just as he was passing it, he did like an unnatural kind of movement, and he looks down. I'm saying to myself, like, if I was injured, like on my toe, my ankle, anything, like I would kind of give that little strain, that little, but I'm playing it off at the same time,
But Baloyi said something which I just realized now. In the public domain, we only have this 10 seconds. Baloyi says he has 2 minutes. That's what Baloyi is bringing to court. So maybe this is not the clip. Because what does he have for 2 minutes? It goes on unedited? Now
wait, look at the comments. It's true. Somebody's saying it looked like he's not, like he's not wearing a sneaker on one foot or something like that. Like he's missing something on one foot. What do you think?
It's a very bad video. So
No, it's not
let's play
that
it again. No, let's play it again.
Okay.
Let's play it again. Wait, should I find it on Jobs? Oh, it's on the official. Who is this? The official minister. Okay, so this is the recent video. Okay, I'll find it. I'll download it. Wait, let me see. Let me do it now. We're editing live, because then I can slow it down and we can watch it in slow motion than this click and click thing, which is getting on my nerves.
But even if you watch it in normal speed, you could replay it like 5 times. Like, honestly, I had to watch it like 5 times back to back to back to notice the limp.
What's his name? The official minister. Official minister. No. What are you doing? What are you doing? What is going on here? Okay, maybe I'm blocked. Okay, I can't find this person. Hold on, let me try one more time. Talk amongst yourselves in the comment section. Okay. Okay, user, official minister, and then I'm scrolling to Longwe.
Yeah, it looks like one shoe is like.
There's the footage that the state is waiting for from ENCA regarding the proposition that was put by Mr. Mgomezulu that the deceased was shot by Mr.
Tumelo is the one with one shoe, but Longwe for sure is wearing 2 matching shoes. I'm gonna watch it one more time.
Along with Trial, and that in the process he shot himself in the foot.
Let me take this off of Bluetooth. How do I take myself off of Bluetooth? Okay. Have I lost the video?
There's a footage that the state is waiting for from ENCA regarding the proposition that was put by
I'm just
Mr.
watching it on the
Mzansi
side, guys.
that the deceased was shot by Mr.
But I'm
Meyiwa
watching the
Trial,
same
and that
video.
in the process he shot himself in the foot. There's a footage that the state is.
Okay. So when he's looking down, if you look on the screen here, there's a do not disturb, do not cross yellow police cable. So he's tall, so he's lowering his head to go under that. Dumelo is shorter than him, so he didn't have to lower his head. So from what I'm seeing from this video, but I'm gonna get the original video from Netflix, and then it's gonna be clearer, and I'll play it for you guys in a video. So make sure you're subscribed, and it'll be I'll do it as the first video in the morning. What do we see? Let me watch it once.
From ENCA regarding the proposition that was put by Mr. Zulu that the deceased was shot. Footage that the state is waiting for from ENCA regarding.
So I see Longwit. Okay, so hi guys, I'm back. So I see Longwit Twala wearing 2 shoes, lowering his head to go under the police tape. We don't see what happens after because it looks like the camera doesn't move. The camera is in a fixed position.
Can you zoom in? Are those 2 shoes or is it 1 shoe?
It's 2 shoes. When I watch it directly from official minister, shout out to you.
Okay.
It is 2 shoes. 2 shoes, identical shoes.
Oh, it's 2 of the same shoe?
Yeah, 2 identical shoes.
Okay.
I'm going to here it's very grainy, it's very bad. So I'm going to download it.
The proposition.
Let me see if I can download it. Actually, I'll download it on my phone. No, I don't want my algorithm having his name. Download. Let me just download this one. I'm gonna see if I can clean it up as we speak and then play it for you guys. I'm editing live. Which is why I would have preferred to
take it
from Netflix because, you know, it's Netflix. They've already cleaned it up nicely. This one is probably someone recording with their phone. Adjust. What else do I? Let me mute it. Let me slow it down. How much do I want to slow it down? Let me see. So he's walking with someone. I've never actually noticed this person. This is great. This is why slowing down is good. So he's walking with someone. He's being led by someone. They go under the tape. He's got 2 shoes on.
Walking with Tumalo, no?
No. There's someone before Tumelo.
Oh.
That's the thing. So let me play it again. So the frame that I'm watching. So let me also show you guys here. This guy here. Do you see my mouse? Do you see my mouse?
Yes.
Okay, so this guy here is not Dumelo. So I'm going to play it again.
The state is waiting for from
you see him?
ENC.
That's not Dumelo. Did you see it? So I'm going to have to play this because I slowed it down. So I can see this guy walking in front of Longwetwala. And then Longwetwala is behind him and he's walking. He's wearing two shoes. I see the shoes clearly because I'm watching it on very, very slow mode. Now they're going right under the tape. And the camera, for some strange reason, cuts off here. And then, oh, I know why. Then the camera sees Dumelo and gets too excited and says, yay, let's record Dumelo. And then next we're watching Dumelo. Dumelo Madlala is the one who's wearing one shoe and one sock. But we already know he arrived injured to spend the weekend with Senzo Meyiwa and his girlfriend and his girlfriend's sister, even though he has one foot. So, yeah. So I'm going to play the slow version for you guys on my channel. So make sure. It's there. It's there. What is there? What are we talking? Dazi says, I have a question here, guys. Since this case is complicated like this, I have a question here, guys. Since this question is complicated like this, has someone ever thought that maybe the person who was shot on the foot is Dumelo instead of Longwe? No. No. Definitely not Dumelo. Who is out trying to protect Dumelo from what? Dumelo is the easiest pawn.
No, you got to remember, the claim was that the doctor was under an insurance. We can never forget that.
Say that again?
No, I was saying that the claim that the late Mngomezulu had, advocate Mngomezulu had made was that it was under an insurance of one of the Twalas, of Chico Twala, under the name Selo Twala or something like that. But it wouldn't be Tumalo with the insurance for the Twala family.
But who cares that much about Dumelo? I'm just being honest. Who really in that space care? Senzo Meyiwa has passed away, right? The people that were left in that house, who really gives a damn, for lack of a better word, about Dumelo? Dumelo, then if that was the case, Dumelo would have been the perfect scapegoat. He would have been the perfect one, and then they would have nailed the whole thing on him. I don't see it. I don't see Dumelo in any sense. Don't forget he was crying. There's video footage, maybe, Baloyi will also have that. He was crying. He was distraught. Dumelo was, someone says, did he arrive on crutches from Durban? And why would you invite someone who is da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da? Maybe he loves things. I don't know. But he was there. And maybe because he wasn't working and Senzo said, come anyway and let's have fun. Did I lose you, Dan? I don't hear you. Oh, you're on mute. Okay, that's fine.
No, I'm hearing a lot of noise in the background. I don't want to, I'm outside.
Okay, no, that's fine. Let me just go through some. That's my opinion. I don't think Dumelo has got anything to do with this. Because who's really changing dockets, looking for Dumelo? I'm sorry, Dumelo, no offense, okay? But I don't see why anyone is working this hard to protect him at all. Unless it's because of who came with the firearm that he gets a protection order. I don't know. Yeah. Do you all know what does he mean by saying you can call me Uncle Tom? Who wants to explain that? Who wants to explain what an Uncle Tom is?
That's weird. And, like, judges are not supposed to put a view, like, politically about anything. That's, so even whether it's racial or not, you're not supposed to give a view about leadership and stuff like that's very odd. But the Uncle Tom thing, that's, so what's so funny? Because we know what that means here, and it's probably more racial than saying anything about blacks. What I'm trying to say is that's a probably like a bigger. Well, he's talking about himself, right? But still, Uncle Tom is is an insult towards white people. Um, basically, like in short, that's what it is. But to
So are you
explain it,
saying he sees himself as white?
yeah, he's saying you can call. Yeah, he's like, oh, you can call me Uncle Tom if you want. So he's saying you can call me, you know, like a. You have to look up what an Uncle Tom is. It's like a '70s American reference towards like white people. You know, it is definitely an derogatory. You know, it's a view. Like you got to remember, in the '70s, '60s, '50s, you know, it was like a leftist kind of black movement, and Uncle Tom would be like a more right, white, you know, whitey, you
Ooh.
know,
Let,
yeah,
let, let me read what Google says. And I didn't have to finish typing because clearly other people have searched this term.
yeah, yeah.
It says, what does Uncle Tom mean to black people? Ooh. It means in many African American communities, Uncle Tom is a slur used to disparage a black person who is humiliatingly subservient or differential to white people. It's okay, so I guess that's why he said you can call me Uncle Tom if you want. I don't care. I'm very subservient to.
You know,
Wow.
I've only
Now,
ever heard like in my lifetime, I've only ever heard like as in like TV, you could say things like that. It's not, you know, like in comedies, you hear that word all the time, and you only see they never call black people Uncle Tom. I think that's the trick, because as a kid, I've only seen white people as a joke being called Uncle Tom, and they'll dress up like Uncle Sam or something like that, you know. But
oh, let me
like I
read
guess
this definition. Oh, this one is worse. It says, excuse me, excuse me. What is the real meaning of Uncle Tom? A black person who is over eager to win the approval of whites. Ooh, mic drop. Wow.
yeah, perfect. Rata defined himself absolutely to the T.
Wow. And he said he doesn't care. So, why is he a judge in an all black court? How many times have we said when there's white presence in the court, he's a very different man? Very different man. We saw it when the defense ballistic expert, who happens, of course, to be Niece's ballistic expert, a white man, was in the court. The judge was a very, very different man. We saw it when there was the white advocate for accused number 3, when she did his solitary confinement case. Everything she asked for, she came in there with the checklist. Everything on her checklist was checked so fast. Never even heard any objection. She got everything she wanted. Is there another example I'm not thinking of? There's Rose, Rose. And then now there's a white registrar. She doesn't get called with the finger clicks. So wow, this I didn't make up the definition. It's there on Google. Google said that's what it means, what he says. So let me know your thoughts. Is Judge Rata an Uncle Tom? As he said himself, this is a direct quote from the record. It is on the record. So if this case goes anywhere else, what would they think? What would they think of a judge? Ooh, actually, you know what? I just for that alone, what does Parliament think? Where is it? Let me find that article as well. Wow. You guys have me doing a double live. Okay, let's read the Parliament article and then we'll call it a night. Da, 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 da. Where will I find that article? Will I find it? Parliament. Judge Retta. Parliament demands. This is a good, credible source. Okay, so let me read this article to you guys. Hold the line. Woo-hoo! Wow. And it says, Parliament demands Judge Retta to apologize for racial comment after advocate skips trial for the Comrades Marathon. I absolutely hate that. He didn't skip trial. He asked to not show up because he was driving back. And this article is by Usinenhlanhla Masilela. And it says, come on, go ahead and type Funda Togo Funda in the comment section. The chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Justice and Constitutional Development, Ngola. You just did that just to twist my tongue. Ngola. Now I can't say it properly. Has demanded Judge Retta to apologize to the nation over the racially charged comment he made in court on Thursday. Retta made the comment after advocate Charles Mnisi requested to be excused from the proceedings on Monday to participate in the Comrades Marathon. This is what happens in South Africa, run by Blacks. I can tell you now, even if you call me Uncle Tom, I don't think a white advocate will ever have the gall to ask me that. Never. Ngola said the comments bordered on racism and added that the statement was unacceptable. The incompetence or behavior of legal practitioners has nothing to do with race, as he has alluded in court. The remarks are extremely unfortunate and a gross generalization. Ngola also went on to say that the judge's frustration was understandable. However, it's unacceptable to imply Black legal professionals act unprofessionally compared to their white counterparts. We urge him to refrain from such gross generalizations. Furthermore, we demand that the judge withdraws his comment and apologizes to the nation. Earlier, the judge, visibly furious, made it clear that the seriousness of the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial could not be sidelined for personal activities. I'm not going to respond. If Mr. Mnisi doesn't want to come to court on Monday, that's his business. I will be in court, and the JP expects me to be in court, said the judge. Can't tell the JP somebody's going to run the marathon, so the case should stop. Everybody should watch the marathon, I suppose. We did. I told you their numbers boosted, and they're like, where's this extra gang coming from? They're coming from the Senzo Meyiwa Trial, okay? Some of us got to watch it for the first time. Some of us got to keep track of Mnisi for the first time. Like, what? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Okay? The article goes on to say he referenced several other judges who are athletes. Of course, he had to reference, his brothers, at the same level. Now, how dare he try to reference, advocates? No, he's going to reference judges just to prove his point. Anyway, he referenced several other judges who are athletes, including Judge Boise Mba and the Constitutional Court Judge Ramaka Matopo, pointing out that none of them have ever let athletic commitments interfere with their judicial responsibilities. Judge Stocker also is an athlete, but he'll never take time to say, I'm not coming to court because I'm going to be running the marathon. Never. How do you know? Do you have the marathon schedule, sir? Now you're going to lead us to do what we call an inquest on judges' matter, or should I say an inquest on athletic judges. Now we're going to be in people's business to find out, did they sit in court on specific days when particular marathons were? If you want us to go down that route, we'll go down that route because you brought up the names, okay? He added that others make arrangements to use part of their leave during that time, so they do not interfere with the court's time. So what is wrong with Mnisi? What Mnisi did? This is crazy to me. Drawing on his own experience in the legal system, the judge recalls, Matopo, we used to alternate with this principle when you are serving articles. The same thing with Judge Bar. They're juniors to me. Of course. Mr. I love attention. Of course, you had to let us know they're your juniors. Of course. You're definitely much more senior and much more knowledgeable and much more wiser. How dare we think otherwise? Even the JP himself, when I was already admitted, he was serving his articles. So the JP is his junior. There we go. So the judge highlighted the gravity of the Meyiwa case and the prolonged suffering of the victim's family. In this case, I really think Senzo Meyiwa should issue a statement. But that's just my opinion. In this case, people are talking. Justice delayed, justice denied. We surely are. 10 years, no justice. Cases just dragging on. The families destroyed. The brothers, the relatives. I mean, the accused themselves. They've been 2 to 3 years in custody. Now let's pause on that paragraph right there. Let's break it down, my lord. Let's break it down, my lord. Because did you just go on record to acknowledge that you are well aware of what is going on in the media? My lord, should you not know better with your experience? You just exposed yourself. You're very biased because what do you mean? People are talking, justice is delayed. Are you watching YouTube channels? How do you know that? Because your focus shouldn't be what people are saying. Your focus should be in reading the 60,000 pages and making sure that your judgment is aligned with the evidence at hand. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But that, for me, when I heard him utter those words, stood out like a sore thumb. The next paragraph says, the judge lashes out at the decision to allow mnisi to leave court, calling it unacceptable. And here's the stupid judge, quote Rutter. He'll allow a person who's representing 2 of the accused here to go and run a marathon. I must go and tell the JP. And the article ends. Yeah, what are your thoughts? And that ends the reading of today's reading from the internet, okay? What are your thoughts? What's your honest opinion? Good night, Monet. I've been very bad with comments today. Do you guys are you guys okay with that? I've been so bad with comments. I've just been overly commenting, I guess. But I do apologize that I haven't responded or read your individual comments, especially from the first live. I actually had to record them, video record them, because there was a lot of conversations that I missed, and I'm sorry about that. But let me not do that a second time. Let's go through these comments and then we'll end tonight's live, because I don't want to keep you guys here longer. This has got to be the longest live that we've ever done. So let me go back to see where we were. Shout out to Lindy. Thank you for the super thanks. Okay, you are awesome. We read this comment. A big at my comrade, Sir Charles Mnisi. You will be tired mentally, physically, and emotionally. But my admired friend, you got this. You are... Is this the word that you were struggling with, Dan? You are inkunzimalanga. Okay. Yes. Well, he's got good friends. Thank you for celebrating your friend on Mzansi Unfiltered. Next comment says, Mnisi, we love you. Next comment says, how did I didn't pin my own comment. Anyway. Next comment is from Rosemary. She says, good evening. Lindiwe says, we are back. Yes, we are. First time ever. And I think we chose a great occasion to do this. Be back for mnisi wemvula. We love mnisi wemvula wetu. Yes, we do. Love you, mnisi. We thank God for our mnisi wemvula inside within. Thanks for joining, Monet. Inside Parati, Spindile, yes. Next comment says, indeed, Lindiwe. Next comment said, inside Parati, we are within. Senzo. Senza. Huh? Senza Ibuya. Senza Ibuya with Mzansi Unfiltered. Thank you, thank you. Next comment. Please make a video about gestures that the judge is doing. Okay. BALOYI. Wait, let me save this one. I'm gonna save this comment. BALOYI. Huh? BALOYI's plane is facing a huge. Okay, BALOYI's plane is facing huge turbulences. Even their Captain Rata cannot handle the heat. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. You're right. I'm gonna steal that one. Good evening, my first lady. Oh, okay, okay. Good evening, Belinda. Good evening. Good evening, my first lady in the house. I am inside Pagati with my like. Great segue. Have you guys liked the video? I do see that. What do I see? What do I see? What do the records show? Okay. Because Mzansi Unfiltered also has records. I do show over 1,269 people have joined the live, but have 1,000 people liked the live at the bare minimum. The voice behind the mic, Ramasipili, should be removed from this case. I think he should do. Oh my God. Ooh, Okay, let's keep going. Barbara says, Sishaya, I'ma come back round two. We surely did. Skip. Dimple says, Lindiwe, true. Gooby, 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 gooby. Hey, sis, may you be blessed. Okay, the namesakers are namesaking. Thank you, my friends. JP and Retta should go through in the impeachment process. Hey, Dimple, they were never, especially for the inspection in loco. Oh, we cannot wait for that moment. Okay. Lindywear, how are you? The Lindywears are Lindy wearing. Okay. JP is beep. Barbara says, first he said technology. Lindywear says, I'm good, my love. I by the way, I love these comments. I love it when I go into the comment section and I see, oh, we've got friends in the comment section. I also don't trust Rams on Danzi, but let's trust God Almighty. Amen. Especially since there's no AVLs. They should do inspection in. Yes, indeed. I like this comment. Username, blah, 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 blah. Next comment says Rams actually needs the inspection more. Exactly. Do you know, says, these court proceedings need the presence of Julius Malema. It would never end. It would never end. Junior says, something disturbed me to be live. Huh? Wait, let me see what this is saying. Something disturbed me to be live. But my point is, oh, maybe you were part of the live. Okay. Something disturbed me to be live, but my point is on defense. They must not concerned to, I don't know what that word is, strategies of seeing advocates in the wrong. The wrong one is the judge who is taking sides. Boo, 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 boo. I agree with you. I agree with you. Dimple, do you know, says, I have told them, let them abandon everything. They must resign, take their pension, because okay. And Rata is targeting Muzi and Danzi more. I miss Ngo. We all do. Dimple also says someone has already taken a video of Muzi. Oh, of what Muzi was talking about. I saw it on Clentus's YouTube channel. Okay, I'll check it out. Shout out to Clentus, guys. He was live today. I was so excited. Clentus, I used to enjoy his lives on Sunday. And then he just disappeared. But he's back with the bang, like he never left, and I'm excited. South Africa, Ailali, Gininda win. Oh, Gininda will not win. Writing, his name in small letters. But my lord said you've got to respect the quorum. Good evening, admin. Good evening. Absolutely, I saw the video as well. Me too. I always write, Lindiwe, BALOYI and Gininda. Guys, I'm going to put you in timeout. He is a big Mkulugu Jew. I've never seen a case with so many Mkulugu Jews. BALOYI went to write the affidavit for 3 days. And he tells us about time wait. There you go. There you go. Yeah, no. Let's just pause on that point for a second. He went to write the affidavit. He didn't even write it because he still came and presented that he wants to put the photos up. And then the defense said, we don't care. You've got to do a proper application. So tomorrow he's doing the application. Something that he still came back without the application on Friday. If there's one person who is a time pusher that my Lord doesn't see, it's BALOYI. And then he said, no, I'm going to let Tibanda respond. And my Lord said, don't play games with me. Don't play games with me. Okay, I'm not asleep at the switch. What do you mean? You cannot just in the middle of an argument walk away from the argument and say the doctor's going to finish it off. You are going to have to do it, sir. I like that moment. It was quite a cute little moment. Congratulations, mnisi wemvula. Congratulations. We continue the celebration. I think we should do a week-long celebration, okay? Because he did the things, okay? Dimpo, did you see that gasha small building facing the parking? Which building now? Yes, I saw it. Okay, now I want to see it. I have to go to Clantis's channel. Can we go there? Do we have time? Are you guys interested? Drop a, I don't know, 15. Drop a 15 if you guys want us to go watch the video together as a family. Toro says, BALOYI Gininda is a real Mkulugu too. They stand for each other and they cover up. Gininda, as South Africans, we are watching you. Snipegile. Barbara says, Gininda was being sneaky like BALOYI, capitalizing on Rata's comment. BALOYI has no plans for tomorrow. Yet there are AVLs and Mr. Somebody give Lindy a like. What do you mean? We forgot all about Mr. Hammond. How did we forget about him? You see, that's the thing with the Senzo Meyiwa Trial. You get so distracted. Yes, we are waiting. BALOYI said nobody else is. BALOYI, Mr. Hammond is supposed to come tell us how the dun is happened with the. Oh my gosh. Lindy, we're for comment section president. Dimpo says, Hammond, the system developer guy. I can't wait for him. He's not coming because you heard BALOYI. It's done. It's Gininda and then that's it. Because guess what? Nobody from the defense said, whoa, we're waiting for Hammond. I still think the defense has a strategy, cards close to their chest, and make believe we are not together, but we are together. Okay, I hear you. I accept. Dimpo, I can't wait for Herman to take the stand. He's not coming. BALOYI said so. Well, in not so many words. So mnisi is not alone. I'm happy to hear that. Why can't BALOYI close his case? This watertight case is not happening. Did anybody see how fast Jocelyn Smith case started and ended? While the brigadier is still on the witness stand. An entire case ended while the brigadier is still being cross-examined. Oh my goodness. Wow. Barbara says, there never was a case here, and we have entertained this nonsense for too long. I repeat. So I saw that Samba worked for the FFC between 2017 and 2019. So he must have misled the court because he said, and I'm quoting from memory, he started working at LPC in 2018. Then he got promoted in 2019. Do you see my memory? It's almost as good as Advocate Ngomezulu. May his soul rest in peace. Do you know, says BALOYI and Gininda must be investigated starting from this case, then all their previous cases. I saw that on LinkedIn. So you guys went all the way to LinkedIn. All the way. Okay. He's going to tell us. And then there was one video that showed him limping without a doubt. Tell us which video it is. Okay. and then we will beam it. Mr. I listen only hears what he wants to hear. I agree with that comment 465%, million%. Gininda is skip. You can call me Uncle Tom. We need the entire video. Yeah. And we over here at Mzansi Unfiltered and the members of the jury, we're more than happy to sit through the archives of the ENCA and just watch from start to finish of the 26th of October 2014, 27th of October 2014, and we can just start there and then we can build it up. Okay, we are willing to volunteer, my lord. Okay, Tumamna. Okay. And then we have Lindiwe saying no, Tim Benny saying yes, Tijo saying nothing to show. Yes, yes. And please, can you work on LinkedIn info, please? Sambo is recorded as working for FFC between 2017 and 2019. But guess what? Guess what he's doing right now? Guess what he's doing right now? See, the whole LinkedIn compared to the SAP's CAS system, you can edit it immediately right now. By the time I go in, it's going to be like, gone, poof. Too late. You missed it. So send me a screenshot. You should have receipts like in Jabula. You know, Jabula is always ready with the, can you see my screen? Shout out to the masterminds because their pot is hot and over boiling. I think we read this question. I think he's not wearing one shoe. Look at his feet. I checked it. And I can stand 2 toes deep. He's wearing 2 shoes. They're identical. It's just a bad grainy video. It's a bad grainy video. I tried to clean it up. It's still bad. So I'm just going to have to watch the Netflix documentary again and find that portion and play it for you guys. So give me a couple of days. One feet has a black shoe or whatever, the other shoe is white. No, they're the same. I think they said Utumelo had an injury before they met. Yes, they did. I think I saw a walking aid as well. See, this clarifies it. So we are talking about Longwe Twala, the one with the cap. Tumelo Madlala is the best friend, childhood friend from Umlazi who came to party for the weekend. So yes, Tumelo has one shoe on, but he arrived in that condition. Is there anyone who saw Utumelo on Crushes coming? We covered this. Rewind that clip. Let's look at it again. We are not seeing a thing. I was looking at it on my side device, which is not connected, because I was on TikTok. I was watching from TikTok, then I downloaded the video, then I cleaned it up, and then I slowed it down. That is why I am affirmative in my comments on Olongwe Twala. Sazova lit. Yes, especially tomorrow, guys. Make sure you are inside the comment section very early. It looks like it's going to be a crowded room in the comments, okay? Of the SABC channel, okay? Sazova lit. Very, very. No, there is another one, please. I'm going to check. Toing and froing. Is that how you spell toing and froing? Rewind that clip. We will see the walking aid. Yeah, I believe we're talking about 2 different people. Go to Google, okay, and look for the one he has appeared in court when his dad reported him. I'm sorry to scream in your ears. Wait, what? Go to Google and look for the one he had appeared in court when his dad reported him. That one shows a very undeniable limp. We have so many presidents of the comment section today. What? Okay, I'm not going to play it now. I'm going to research it because I'm going to do it as a video. Thank you for that. Okay, we're going to look. We're working together as lead investigators of the prosecutorially led investigation of the public jury. So as it says, please follow what I'm saying. I just saw it. Come on now. Leave that one. You can have different one, please. Okay. Relax. Maybe a Tom and Jerry. No, Uncle Tom, I cannot upload the one I'm referring to. I'm going to look for it. Good night, darling. Hello, can you follow my suggestion? I heard you the 16th time. I'm sorry, I'm so late with comments. There is a video that will surprise you at Izindaba Zethu. Okay, but which one? Now. You have now. Okay, I promise next time to pay close attention to comments, okay? I think you were sending all these comments while I was on my iPad watching the other video over and over, so please accept my apology. Judge Rota has, oh no, I'm not going to say that. Hello, Jobs. How are you? Welcome. Jobs, you probably joined a long time ago. If you're still here, please let me know and I will share the link and we can talk, okay? Let's talk in the comment section. How did I miss that comment? Why didn't you jump up and down? Okay, let me pin, because I forgot to pin the last one. Pin comment. There, I've pinned it. So if Jobs is still in the room, let us know. Come through. Hello, family. Yes, Jobs. This case is a mess. Big mess. Let's keep down. Sorry, phone twerking. No problem, Dan. Greetings, Jabs. Dan, if you saw Jabs come through, why didn't you shout him out? Oh, Nati. Mzansi Unfiltered was cruising nicely. Okay. I wish I can sing like Pastor Mboro. What was I singing? Oh my goodness, did I sing today? I didn't sing. Did I? I don't think so. Did I sing? We are cruising nicely. Oh, on our double. Guys. We're almost clocking 4 hours live. Wait, Pastor Mboro can sing? I didn't know that. And Nani Madigela is in the background. Do you guys want to vote? Should we beam her? Beam it! I'm just kidding. Nani! Good evening. Welcome to our second live of the night. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well now that mnisi Wemvula started and completed his race on time.
I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him.
I'm so proud of him. Guti. Oh my gosh. I wish like there was a way that we could also, support him. I wish, but I don't know. Nisi strikes me as that kind of guy who's gonna be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Leave me alone. You want to buy me a first class ticket back to the court? Who said I needed help? All I said was I need the day off. That's all I, Anyway, how are you doing? Welcome to Mzansi Unfiltered.
Get him, what you call, can't we get him a massage? Don't.
Listen, as Mzansi Unfiltered, listen, I'm team. Let's do it. Oh, Jobs is here, guys. Wow. We've got Unoni. We've got Unjabs. We've got me. What? Where are the people who didn't come back to life too? Now they're going to cry and say, I didn't know you were live. Welcome, Jabs.
Hello,
Jabs.
family. How are you?
Me, I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm overjoyed. Nisi Wemvula did the comrades thing, Dennis. How are you?
I'm happy for this.
Wait, I don't see you guys. Wait, let me do this. Should I do that
Yeah,
instead?
Okay. Because Nama didn't say no. It's like calling me now. Imagine, it's like calling me now. I'm like saying, "Hi, Mzansi Unfiltered or live." Let's go there.
Nani for president. Yes. Thank you guys for your support. I love it. I think this is a memorable moment. And I think you picked the right time for all three of us to be live. What would be nice? You call Clantis, you call Patricia, everything. The whole family is here. And we celebrate mnisi wemvula, okay? Because he said, I'm going to run that race, whether you like it or not. Deal with your Uncle Tom tendencies.
They are not my problem. They are more like your you problem.
That's a you problem, not a me problem. Hold on. Let me sit down. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Yay.
and and yeah, it's
I'm
it's
gonna sit
strange.
down. I have co-host now. I can sit down. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yes. So um I said the same greetings to the family, guys. You know what? I must just say this shout out to the people who are on this live that we don't really take for granted the comments that you put in there, the information, the leads, because we are all striving for the truth. We all want our justice systems to be better. Now, the reason why I'm coming in is like I wanted to catch up on YouTube on some of your content that I was going through. Now I'm like saying, "Hey, Bo, she's live," and then guess what? You're like saying, "Uncle," talk about Uncle Tom was like saying, "No, no, no, she's not." She's like you had a guest that was explaining that, and I was talking in another live on TikTok. I'm saying
Mhm.
that people don't understand the impact of
Mm,
of a black man saying call
saying
me
that.
Uncle Tom.
Yes.
It's worse than like since South Africa is in loggerheads with Israel in UN. That term alone, it has such a global impact. It can actually go straight to a Hague, to a UN court. And people don't understand this thing. And I like your speaker when he was giving out
Definition.
the background. But then you actually need to go to a novel that is set in 1852, basically.
You want us to
It's
read a book? Okay. 1852.
yes,
Which one?
yes, the book. Yes, the book is Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Oh my gosh. Not Uncle Tom's Cabin. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. Keep
Yes,
commenting. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
yes. So
What
so
happens in
now,
Uncle Tom's cabin? Now, okay, okay, sorry. My mind is
it,
racing now.
it has so much power because it's a depiction of
Mm,
slavery, what was currently happening then in UK, how how black people were being perceived, how black people were being betrayed by their own. It's like Askari.
I
It,
found the
it,
book.
it's it's like you see, we went with no need to talk about a different angle because I always like to look at the nuance. I like to
Mm,
listen to the silence tones of everything. And 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 it's like you as a black man, you being submissive to white authority.
mm.
It's like now when you say call me Uncle Tom, it's like depicting himself as saying, I've been put here by white authority. You need to obey
Ooh.
me or what? Because I'm your Uncle Tom now. I'm the one who's holding that leash now. I'm gonna pull you down. You know, people just don't get this thing because this is what this case does. You know, I don't just switch on video for fun. Because when one says things, you don't want to be seen as if you are faceless. But
Okay, I'm learning.
It's because it's like you are forcing, you're like saying to black people, you are also black yourself, but you like saying to them, I've been given authority by my
Mm,
superiors.
to
So
abuse you.
whatever you do now, I'm your God. I'm your Uncle Tom. Do you understand? So now, when we go to how offensive the slur is, it will take you to an element of betrayal,
Wow.
where one hates his race so much that you know what, it's like a black hatred. I think one of my online friends, when we're in that live, he just said, "Guys, why you are so worried when a person hates himself for being black?"
Sorry, I found the book, so we're gonna cover it in a different life. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes. So when one you're actually looking at this, how offensive these slurs are. You look at the betrayal. You look at how it portrays the dehumanization of a human being. It's like it's like a stereotype. How then do I say this thing now? It's like you're saying you are black, you need white approval.
Hmm.
And it didn't stop there, because he went on and said, because the country is run by black people. And in his life, he has never had a white advocate asking him to go for the thing. So now do you see that? You see, this is just one of the things that makes a person cry.
Yeah.
And I said to Noni, now that some people are touched on their studios, but Tina, who are following this case, we've been subjected to this thing.
We have.
Urata has been making us feel that, you know what, you are black, you are useless, yena he's ordained with power. And he's gonna kwebela labantu esakeni.
Sagen. Can you
And
tell
when
us
you
what that means? What does Ukwebele Sagen mean? Like, that's
ukwebela,
something else I also want to make sure we all understand correctly.
yes, ukwebela sakeni, it's again, it's those Zulu from proverbs, basically, when you're saying, I want a person to see me. It's like, I'm not going to cover my face when I'm convicting you. I'm not going to cover you. I want you to see why am I convicting you for what.
Oh,
So
it's like
hence you will
the
say
KKK. They would cover their faces, or the hangman. So he's saying, I'm doing it boldly
boldly, yes. You're not going to go and
in your
hang
face.
men like with your face covered. No. You're
Oh,
not going to be passing a trap door. I'm going to do it while you see me. You see, that is why this thing is so it's used as a silence criticism. You're weaponizing within the black community to attack individually
yes.
as a public figure. So guys, unfortunately we were taken to schools, né, where
Hmm.
we actually unpacked all the Macbeth's plays or all the
Oh,
Shakespeare
yeah.
plays.
Hmm.
You see, this is compared to a soliloquy by Lady Macbeth. He says, unsex me, fill my breast with blood. That soliloquy, he says it through so that he can give power to Macbeth so that he can confirm the prophecy of the three witches that they've already hailed Macbeth,
Mm.
the king. And you see why this thing is so important. It's because even if Macbeth is told that thou shalt not be killed by a woman born man, and thou shalt not die until the burning wood forest come towards the castle of Dunsinane. We can play literature if they want us. The fact that we're struggling with public speaking, it doesn't mean we don't know literature.
Hey, just because I
So,
wasn't there doesn't mean it didn't happen. Yes.
exactly. Now, people are just looking at the racial slur. But Tina, we've been enjoying this thing every day when we go to Ratcha's court. But let me allow Unknown to more while I'm preparing my coffee. Because we're going to be here, guys.
Thank you,
We are
family.
here.
Nani, we're ready to listen to you. And Jabs, by the way, before Nani speaks, thank you so much for tying it all up. I don't want to say with the pretty bow, but it was clear when Dan mentioned it. So Dan was telling us from a American perspective, and I was like, I thought it's got to do with apartheid. Okay, cool. And then when I looked up the definition, it still speaks to the slavery element. And then now there is a book. So you see, I just love that as channels, we're all in unison and we're sharing amongst each other so that we put the message forward to those of us who believe there's injustices inside that courtroom. But the way Jabs just broke it down, that when the judge says, I don't care, you can call me an Uncle Tom, ukugwebela esayeni, like for me that has just pulled my eyes even more. I was enraged by the judge, but now I see it clearly what he is saying. He is the alpha, the omega. Anything he says goes. He has been ordained. He has the ultimate power. And that is why when the JP said, there's nothing wrong with what he said, there's a cause for concern right there. Go ahead, Nani.
Hi guys, I hope everyone is doing well. I was thinking about it today and I was thinking, Uguti, you know what? Actually, as much as we are hurting about everything that had happened from Wednesday, actually, forget the past ones, let's focus from Wednesday up until Friday. But there is something significant that is happening every other week. There is always a revelation. I don't know if it's prophetic or what, but there is always a revelation. If not a revelation, there's an expose. But what I've been noticing is that revelation or expose does not come from the defense side. They just sometimes lead things to be exposed or revealed. But one thing for sure, it is still the state case. Yet the state case has crumbled, like literally
Crumbled
crumbled.
like a cookie. Crumbled. Before
Crumbled.
before Mnisi went to do his comrades marathon, he said it will crumble. And they'll look for the
Like
gorilla
it,
glue.
like,
Gorilla glue.
dude, it crumbled right in front of their eyes. And guess what? There is absolutely nothing they can do about it. It has crumbled. And now the only thing that is left is for Rata to say, I'm finding the accused guilty. And everybody, even his so own cold, his own people like he worked with, like the other judges will be asking him the same question, will be asking him, on what grounds are you finding them guilty? Everybody's going to question that. On what grounds are you finding them guilty? On what grounds? Because there is absolutely no grounds. The case crumbled way before the defense can even defend or bring their own witnesses. Nothing. But the case crumbled during they now pushing kani. If ukuyivele into amazulu makathi namaxhosa or namandebele namaswati pushing kani manje, pushing kani nje, they are being stubborn for no apparent reason. There is no case. There is absolutely nothing. There is nothing to hang on to. There is zero. There is no percent. It is a 0% alcohol situation. There is nothing. You won't get
No
drunk if you
alcohol.
drink. No, you won't get drunk with this wine. There's nothing there. There is absolutely nothing to drink from because it crumbled. We are on a Friday. Friday was the worst. Nothing much happened on Friday, guys, but it was the worst for
It
the
was the
state.
worst.
For BALOYI to come and say on Thursday, He said on Thursday that mnisi touched on the plea deal situation. He comes. Like, honestly, Baloyi, an entire so-called black excellence, and my hands like I'm doing inverted commas, and a so-called in inverted commas, a so-called black excellence who comes and says, he no, the defense must lie in the bed that they made. Yet when the judge is asking what was
What
the
is
question,
Baloyi's obsession with the bed?
because
Because
he
he
is the
came
one who's
back.
he's
This
lying on the bed that he made himself. That's why he keeps saying he's projecting kahle kahle. He's projecting. He knows he's sleeping in the bed that he made. He is projecting to other people what is happening in his own backyard. That's what he is
wow,
doing. He's
wow.
projecting. So for him to come and read now, and then when he reads, and guess what happened there on Friday? He is getting shocked as he reads what mnisi said. I am. Umnisi says to Gininda, I am trying to understand, or let me understand what you are saying. So he repeats some of the things that he said. Now he is getting the understanding. Good. No, it's not Mnisi. He got humiliated by his own. Like, honestly, it's desperation for me. It's wreaking desperation. It's wreaking, I'm not letting go, but I am dead, but I'm not dying. It's giving all of those vibes. It's so sad to watch, because why would you hang onto something that you know it's no longer, you know, that relationship that you never want to end, but you know there's no relationship there because no one is calling anyone,
No,
no
their
one is
children.
calling.
I was staying for the children.
No, but you know that the guy left you long time ago. He sleep with his girlfriend whenever, and then he comes back to change. But you are still hanging on to the marriage. That's what Baloyi is doing with the case. There is no marriage there. It is over, guys. Everybody will be asking who is normal upstairs. Will be asking, how did you find them guilty?
The fact that you said a marriage and he just comes home to change. Oh, Noni, that was too descriptive. Wow. So,
That's what's happening in the state case. That's exact. Even Gininda knows there's nothing there. Everything died. Umshado pelile. They all they need is to sign divorce papers. That's it, and let us go.
so I'm going to interrupt you for technical difficulties. I have to end this live before 2 hours. I've already started the next live, so let's jump into there and then we continue the conversation there. I see you. I hear you. Let's talk more on Uncle Tom. Wow.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah,
The real
we are
Uncle
gonna.
Tom. Them
Yes,
Kulugut.
yes, we're gonna be talking more on Uncle Tom. So what then? We go out, we join again.
Yes, I'm going to have another live starting now.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone. See you in the next one. We're running a marathon live today.